Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai. Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai. Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai, Ananta ji ki jai. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Dev Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri 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 Guruji Namaha. Shri 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 Mujiji Namaha. Great grace is always falling like rain. Grace is always falling. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Grace is always falling like rain. Grace is always falling. Shri 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 Guruji Namaha. Shri 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 Mujiji Namaha. मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गस्त्वकर्मणि मा ते सङ्गस्त्वकर्मणि मा ते सङ्गस्त्वकर्मणि ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 Namo Bhagavate Namo Bhagavate Namo Bhagavate Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Vasudevaya Vasudevaya Vasudevaya. Oh, oh, Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya.
our knowledge, O Lord. Be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Punaktu Saha Viyam Karabhavahe Tejasvinavadita Mastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. I see some of you are new to the Hangout, so feel completely at home when you're here. And if you feel like there is something to say, something is arising for you to say, just unmute your mic and you can speak. Very happy to see you here. And on YouTube chat, most of you know that if you have a question, you just type it over there and we will look at it. Don't try to be enlightened. Yeah. Don't try to be enlightened. Nobody can do it. Just being is enough. No suffix is required after being. Being is the highest glory. So even being enlightened, being liberated, being free is not required. Just being. Because in the trying to become something, we're still presuming that there is an entity here which can be enlightened or free or liberated. Freedom, as we call it, is just the freedom from this idea that there was an entity here. The trap that we seem to fall into is this feeling that the entity here must now become a different type of entity with a new set of attributes and which are related to particular states, isn't it? So when you see the struggle, when you see the sense of getting it, losing it, it is only because we feel that this entity now should only vibrate in a different sort of state of joy, of peace, of love, or something like this. Yeah? But if the presumption still is that there is an entity here who is now in a particular state, then it is still falsehood, you see. Still falsehood. And if you pick up this idea of being enlightened or being free, then it will come with a lot of concern about things like self-image, whether people accept that I am now free. Many I've seen like this. That I am free, I'm very clear about it. Why can't you just accept that I'm free? And they come everywhere on Facebook and everywhere and they argue about it. Oh, you just can't see it because you are still bound, but I am free. Like this, some debates we see, no? And you can just laugh at these things actually. So when it is still coming from a personal perspective, and we feel that I, as a person now, have got something, I've achieved this great state, this glorious state of freedom, then we are not happy just to see it for ourselves or just to delude ourselves. We want everybody around us also to delude themselves with this. But it's the perpetuation of the same delusion of personhood. I sound like I have a sore throat a bit, yes. I should drink some water. Actually, I've been speaking and speaking and speaking all day because meetings and meetings and meetings. Mary is not getting sound. Maybe she tries to reconnect. You see, that's why you see so many who will have this report that I've been at it for 40 years, for 50 years. I'm giving up on this idea of enlightenment, and yet they don't. They only say, because they would be a lot lighter, a lot freer if they give up on even this idea of enlightenment. Because it cannot be found for any person. Is it enough to see that everything that you presumed yourself to be was a lie, and that actually there is no thing here? If you're still operating from the need that I must become something, then what can I really offer you? I can only offer you some pointers which are showing you that all that you have thought about yourself does not exist. And most of us don't even have a visual, imaginary picture of this person that we have always presumed ourselves to be. Are you okay with this or not? Are you okay to know that you are no thing? And not just okay conceptually. You see, because some of you love me so much that you'll say, because I love you so much, I'm even okay with this. But not just okay like this, from faith or from belief, but okay after checking. who after checking can find the personal entity. Upon checking, you will find this presence of being, and you will see that it is in the presence of being that all other appearances are coming and going. And you will see that I am that which is aware of this presence also. And if this seeing did not come with any perks, no frills, no fireworks, nothing, no siddhis, no nothing else, would it be enough to see finally that this is what I have always been? Or are there still some other desires which actually get juice from your belief? And if you investigate those, you will find that they are all personal, you see. You will find that all desire, all aversion is personal. And nothing personal I can give you. Actually, if I was to give you something personal, then it would be a disservice. If the one place where you can come to where it is not personal, if even there it was to become personal, would that be good or would that be a disservice? And Priya said, yes, take everything, Father, take it all, burn it all to dust. That beauty in no thing, and this cannot be known. The me can never find its own absence. And all I take anyway is all that you don't need. All your concepts, all your ideas. That's all I want. Nothing I want from you except give me, burn here all which is false. And I know that I do not give you the truths. Nobody can give you the truths. The truth is already what you are. So I only help you remove these thorns of falsehood. And then you come to satsang, we only smile at each other. because no word can convey the truth. We speak every day, we go for 2 hours, and yet it is not the truth which is being spoken. And so what? In Satsang, I speak these days for so long, but it is not with this premise that I am the custodian of some truth which now I must give to all of you. It's not like this. So these words just are slowly dissolving the prior conditioning which exists, are removing these thorns which are distracting you from what you really are. Because what you are, I cannot express. Even your direct byproducts, which are being, and in the presence of being, the presence of love, the presence of peace, the presence of joy, which words can capture even the glory of these, which are your children? If I cannot even describe your children, how can I describe you? So then we make do with these words like awareness or witnessing or seeing or pure knowing or some word like this. But nothing comes close. But know that what I speak of conceptually is impossible to understand. What I speak of conceptually is impossible to understand, but right now, in this instant, you can see for yourself. So when you feel I'm not getting it, I'm not getting there, then again we are picking up the conceptual perspective. So very much I enjoy when you come and say, okay, you say that this is what you see. Instead of going to the past, future, some idea about yourself, something about the world, something like this. Instead of that, if you say right now, this is what is here, if you come with this kind of openness, then it is impossible for you to miss it actually. Impossible. But one trouble can still come. The one trouble that still comes is that you say, oh, but my mind is still unconvinced. I'm not there yet. Who is saying these words? I didn't see anything. Who is saying these words? And I've given you the most simple tools to remove these thorns. Even a child, if he's open, will look at them and say, so simple. Because I say, can you stop being now? Can you stop being now? What are you aware of when you answer this question? Therefore, let me point you to this scene. Can you stop being now? What are you aware of? It confirms that it is not possible. This is your own holy presence, your own being. This is true Satsang, the company of being, the company of the truth. Where did you find being? Where do you have to go? How can you lose it? How did you get it? Are you not the awareness which is aware even of this being? Are you not aware now? Can there be an end to this? Is this awareness a creation that can be destroyed? Which object, which thought, which emotion can touch you now? Now that you see that there are just, all these are just coming and going in the appearance. Can anything ever happen to you? Has anything ever happened to you? You are never bound. And that which cannot be bound does not need freedom. What key? What key can open the chains that never existed? How will you escape this prison which never was? How can the drop become the ocean? What advice can you give to the water which says, I am thirsty? Just this reminder that there are no chains, there is no prison, and your thirst is just a concept. Give up trying to become anything at all. Don't try to become a better person. Don't try to get freedom. The world does not need any more good people, but it needs your presence as God. If it needs anything at all, it needs your presence as God. So now find the number one idea you have about yourself. Find the idea that defines you, the idea that you have nurtured with your belief. And throw away this idea in the fire of satsang today. May you be free from all concepts of me, and may they no longer distract you from the truth of what you are. May the Sadguru's grace, may Mujiji's grace always be with all of you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let me just read a bit of the words which are coming up in the chat. Maya had said, Father, did you see Muji's beautiful words from Satsang? Question was, I know I'm not a person on the one hand, but I can't say I'm totally free on the other hand. And Mujiji said, don't touch either hand and don't touch I. Then what remains? Because the mind will keep pushing you for a conclusion, you see. Are we there yet? Mm. Like the children at the back seat of your car on a road trip, constantly saying, are you there yet? Are we there yet? And when you get there, it says, no, no, this is not what I wanted. This mind pushing for conclusions, pushing for a judgment about what you are. And yet it can never fathom what you are. So, it's like this. Don't touch either hand and don't touch I. That which can be dropped cannot be you. And the truth you cannot leave. The truth is what you are. Dana says, I am that I am. Hallelujah to Satsang. I know I missed some chat in the beginning of Satsang, but if something is there, you can type it again that you want me to read. I can read again. But Bhagavati ji says, I can't even be good anymore, Father, nor spiritual. All that has gone. So all these are personal attributes. I'm a good person, I'm a spiritual person. Nothing can match your true glory of what you really are. Just the mind's feeble attempts to make something out of nothing. Then Bhagavati ji says, I finally understand what my Zen master meant when he said, my main concern about you is that you don't just become a good little Buddhist. I like this very much. My main concern about you is that you just don't become a good little Buddhist. Yes, like we were saying, isn't it? That if all we did in satsang was to make a spiritual person out of you, then there has been no point to satsang. And then she said, boy, did that push my buttons back then. Yes. Because the mind will do anything to avoid this sense of being nobody. The biggest insult in the world is that you are nothing. Usually you can call people anything and they will not mind as much as when you call them nothing. What are you? You are nothing. Because to the ego that is the end of its game. It's constantly trying to make us something out of this nothing. So when it hears that you are nothing, it feels like it is the strongest attack. And sometimes when it is picked up just conceptually, this nothing, then it sounds like you're in a depression. No, I'm just nothing. I haven't achieved anything. I have no goals. I'm just a useless nothing. It comes then like this with a negativity about it. So if it still remains a concept of nothing, don't make a concept out of this nothing. Sometimes the mind will use it as the most glorious concept. Oh, all of you, you are all trying to be something. But now I discovered the master key. I am nothing, you see. It's still sounding like a something. You see? So when it comes from a mind place, then it's all a no-win situation. That's why I say that no value to any concept. Just the looking, just the checking is of value. What am I? Where am I? What do I look like? What are my original attributes? What is that which is not changing? What is that that witnesses all that is changing? Just if one of these questions, you take to any of these questions, one of these questions, and it is impossible that the truth will not reveal itself. From someone who is my own child, actually, I heard that, I have to be honest, and satsang stopped working for me. I have to be honest, I love the truth so much, so I must tell you that satsang stopped working for me. And it is true like this. Because if you say satsang stopped working for you, that means the me is still there, you see. So clearly it did not work. The only purpose of satsang is that this me is dissolved in the fire of satsang itself. Yes, yes. I thought you wanted to give me something for my throat.
Well, I was going to ask if you could more water. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just fooling. You know my sense of humor by now.
It was I just want to give this one to this list to that. It came up as well during that Fuji retreat. It came up really loud. But it was identity around we say like it's around the chronic pain.
Yeah.
It gets really loud sometimes. That sound is on fire. So
Does it get louder in satsang?
Well, it's always there.
Yeah.
But when I'm not, and I'm just going in and just quiet.
Seems to. Yeah, okay.
So it might get louder. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But
Because this we must look at. If it's like this, that means it's some resistive energy which is there. It's not just a physical phenomenon. So that's why I jumped at that when you said it gets stronger in satsang.
It was like a lot of right. It just starts so. And because I was just like seeing, the beings. What was happening there, and all of a sudden, really came and then the voice stops. Like, oh, this is just distraction. And I'm seeing all of it happening. I just feel like it's.
Let's contemplate this some more and we watch it over the next few days also. Whether it's just a plain, there is no such thing like that, but just presume whether it is just a purely physical symptom or does it seem like something which comes strongly resistively in the presence of satsang? Or does it seem like the symptoms get very exaggerated in satsang? Works like this. Continue. Bhagavati ji said freedom from this person who wants to or tries to be good or spiritual or any other concept is such a freedom. And for those who are new to satsang, it might sound a little shocking. Okay, I know that because I say, okay, don't try to be a good person. Something says, oh, then this is not right. What he's saying. You see? Just try to be with the essence of what I'm saying, which is that there is no person here. Try to find this person and find if there's an existence of this person. The person who wants some special relationships, the person who wants security, the person who wants freedom also, the person who wants better body also. See? All identities of a fictional, of a purely impossible imagined concept. See? Any attribute that we associate with it is perpetuating the fiction more. Even good person, even spiritual person is still perpetuating this falsehood more. To be truly spiritual means to be the spirit itself. So the word spiritual person actually can be said to be an oxymoron. Cannot be spiritual and person. You can be spirit or you can pretend to be a person. And then she said, I guess I failed to become a good little Buddhist. I guess I failed to become a good little Buddhist the moment I left Zen for Muji, seeking the most direct way to truth. Even that seeker also dropped. Yes, and Zen in the truest definition was not left, but I know what you mean. Dennis says, I have this sense of something has to be done yet. This sense is nagging that something still needs to be done. And when this comes, then I say, okay, what is it that can confirm your freedom? You see, because this will point to some desire which is pent up. What will confirm your freedom? Like this we can question. So something needs to be done, we can say what? What is it that still has to happen that will confirm my freedom? Is it some spiritual fireworks? Is it some experience? Something that needs to be seen visually? What is it that? It's very good like this. But don't leave it at that. When it says, oh, but still something has to be done, you get deeper into it. You say what? What has to be done? What will confirm that I am free? In most these concepts, it's good if they can be exposed in satsang. First, they're exposed in your own light. Don't let them be hidden. Bring it up. What has to be there? All of us can ask ourselves, I'm waiting for freedom, waiting for freedom. What will confirm? What will confirm this freedom? You see?
Only the answer comes that the happening which will conform happening of freedom is the silencing of this background voice.
The silencing of this voice of the mind or the. So this voice and silencing means it will stop coming or it will have no power. It will have. So this feeling that this voice itself will have no power. Let's start from that now. Right now in this moment, does it have power? And then you will see that your belief gives it the power. Inherently, it doesn't have power of its own. You see? So already you are starting from a good perspective where you see right now it doesn't have power. So this was your confirmation of freedom criteria. So right now you are free.
I am not concerned.
Yes, this is very good. Even the concept of freedom I'm not concerned with. This exactly is what others around you can call freedom. This is good. Now you say that this voice should not have power. So already you are starting from a place where no power right now. So my proposal to you is that it is your belief in this which gives it power. Therefore, my simple pointing always is just don't believe your next thought. Then you cannot lose this, even this, because in the now you are always free. The sense that it is something that I have to get or something that can go away will be gone. So whatever it is saying, it could sound like the most useful, most meaningful, most whatever. Just don't give it your belief. And notice I didn't say attention. Attention can also go, it's okay. Let that withdraw itself automatically if it has to. With the withdrawal of belief, you will find that attention also naturally is not going so much as it was.
I don't know why, but I feel it is the movement of edge itself.
Yes,
That sometimes is seen happens by itself that this I is not me.
yes. And the movement of grace means what? Grace is the movement of your own being.
And sometimes when there is excess identification, no matter what I try,
Yes, yes. But you can only speak about the now, you see. Because the mind will say that this happens and that happens. But in the now, you are always this only. So you cannot get identified without picking up something about past or future. And even if that happens, so we used to say very often, isn't it, that the belief in thought, it's okay. Belief in thought is this picking up of this glass. Is it? So I said, okay, don't pick it up. Then it's not causing you trouble. But you say, sometimes the glass already in my hand.
no, it is like a habit.
Habit, yes. And because of habit, I find sometimes it's already there. Mhm. So then, what to do? Keep it. You see? And this, in keeping it, you'll find that the habit also starts getting neutralized more and more. But in the now, you are always free. Very good, like this. Like he said, that this is what I feel will be confirmation for me. Like this, all of you can say. Hmm? All of you can say that this is my idea of freedom. Then at least it cannot, the mind cannot play this trick on you know something more, almost there. It's always saying little more, 1 mile forward, 1 mile forward. You say, okay, what is the destination you want? So at least you have clarity about your idea of freedom. You also have power cuts? Yeah. Yes, must be the same time.
No problem.
You, you want to sit on the sofa also?
I just want to be
Shanti had said, Father, I see there was this belief that I must prove myself, and this has totally killed spontaneity. There was this belief that I must prove myself, And this has totally killed spontaneity. I have always been trying to be something acceptable and worthy. Very good to see this. All seen and given to the fire. Very good. Okay. All of us, and many of us have these concepts of unworthiness, trying to prove that I belong. Even in Sangha, many of you report, isn't it? When you come first into the Sangha, you say, but everybody is so loving, I feel I just don't deserve to be here, or that I'm only just pretending, like this. So all this, let life take care of itself, let the Guru take care of all of this. You just focus on this self-discovery of who you are. These are just the sideshow, the byproducts. How can that which is already the Supreme One be unworthy? What is God unworthy of? Andre says, I experience right now, all this person tries, fails, or leads to big suffering. This thing or person is killing himself. Self, let me be and stay home. And what is the meaning of this person dying or killing himself? The words seem very strong, actually. But actually, it's nothing but this dissolution of a concept. It's only the bursting of a bubble, not even a bubble, just a concept. I know sometimes we can use strong words like cutting off the head or killing or things like this. And for some of you, they become very strong images that something dramatic needs to happen. But it is not dramatic, it's less than the bursting of a bubble. It's a concept which is seen to be worthless now. Okay, the chat seems to be jumping a little bit up and down today, so I'm losing track of where we are. Okay, let me pick up from here. Dennis said, there is a guilt here that I am not doing enough sadhana. I will never reach. I am too lazy. This is the trouble with practice. That's why I always say that I have no trouble with any practice. Practice is okay, sadhana is okay. But this sense of being a practitioner, that this is something I must do to become something, this is what leads to the trouble. That's why here I don't prescribe any practice. Even I don't prescribe to be with the sense I am, I don't prescribe. Because myself, I spent many years being frustrated with this practice. Just you stay in satsang, and all you have to do is when I speak, you just examine that with your own experience and tell me if it matches or not. And when it feels like it's not matching, we can have a conversation and we discuss. That's all that is needed to be done. I'm speaking here just to validate for yourself whether this is your own experience or not. Because actually I'm your own voice. I am your own voice of your heart, which is speaking from your own experience. But I'm not speaking as your personal voice, you see. So all you have to do is come to satsang. You say, you check first what I'm saying, is it true or not, like this for you. Many times it will be about definitions or use of some language. And when you come up, you can clarify these things. What do you mean by being? What do you mean by seeing? What do you mean by awareness? You can say like this. But just don't be satisfied to learn the meaning of labels. Don't be satisfied to get a dictionary. Yeah? Be satisfied when you have a taste of what I am speaking. Because these dictionaries will confuse you even more. So sometimes I will say being, sometimes I will say I am, sometimes I will say consciousness, sometimes I will say God. It's all a lot of words, you see. So in that moment, just in that moment when I'm speaking, just you have to do, just check for yourself whether it is resonating or not. And if something seems not clear, you come up and you say, this was not clear to me, this is not the way I see it. Can you explain? That's all. And Tripti is asking Bhagavati ji a question. Why is Satsang not medicine? So maybe I don't have the full context for this. Maybe Bhagavati can answer. And Shanti says, Shanti from Australia, she says, Beloved Father, with so much love, thank you. This satsang I am in from home. This honor and reverence, I bow at your lotus feet and truly heartful with love, thank you to hear your words. So, big gratitude to this technology also. Big gratitude to this technology, which has a lot of trouble also sometimes, but it is completely worth it.
Is it not a product of mind?
You can contemplate this question also. Is technology from the mind, and the mind also ultimately is what? Is you only. Is conscious. So we can accept these rare gifts.
Anantaji, can I come up when finished?
You can come now, my dear. I don't know when I will finish.
I just I think something started during the retreat. This energy just came up. That's just I feel so exhausted, just tired, and like if there's this voice screaming like I'm tired, and it feels like I can't go to another satsang, and I'm just like the whole satsang while you're talking is all I can hear is I'm tired, and it feels like there's just cotton wool in my head, and that I hear everything you're saying, and at some level it feels like it resonates. I don't have any question, but I can't understand it, like, and this is like it's like it feels like I was just getting like I'm being suffocated, and it's just yeah, I just like yeah, just yeah, I'm just tired, just I'm just so tired of like
So you are, suppose one day you're just sitting, relaxed, nothing is happening, you're just sitting in your house. Then there's a knock on your door. And this knock on your door comes and says, what are you doing just sitting around? All these, I'm a bit scared to use this example because she's expecting something good now, but this example is not so good, okay? So And this voice comes and says that there are so many tired children on Mars. So when you say I am tired, it's exactly the same as saying that there are so many tired children on Mars. Because you also cannot find the one who is tired. Just like you cannot find these suffering children on Mars. And yet when the mind comes and says, I am tired, why do we believe it? Why don't we ask for evidence and say, show me this I which is tired? Because it's not just a purely physical tiredness which you speak of, isn't it? It's also this tiredness of not wanting to be in another satsang. So it's a sort of also a satsang.
Maybe somebody will have to leave the hangout to make space for Father to join again. Please, thank you.
Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Anande Ma. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma. Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Anande Ma. Jai Ma, Jai 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 Ma, Jai Anande Ma. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai.
Not sure where you dropped off. But we were just saying that what makes us give so much belief to this imagined entity? As Satsanga was saying that just it's shouting, the mind is shouting. The satsang is going on, but it's coming and it's making a noise. But it will do that. But is the shouting unbearable? Is the shouting of the mind unbearable? Or it becomes, or the suffering comes after belief is given to it, and there must be that the power that it seems to get after our belief is what makes it unbearable.
It feels like because there's something of it going on in the body, and then I feel more convinced. If it was just the mind saying I'm tired, it's yeah, and then when there's like a feeling that feels like, oh, it confirms that, and then
Don't expect the mind to play by rules, okay? Don't say, okay, now just attack me with the mind. Don't use the body at the same time. And if you're using body, don't use the mind. It will pull all the tricks it can. Say, no, no, no. Now you're not playing fair. How will I win this? So when you say that the thought, it's saying I'm tired, and we already said it's not a purely physical tiredness because you say I'm tired. I don't want to be in another satsang also. Yeah? That means there's a special resistance to satsang also, which is not just physical tiredness. You see? So this one who is tired of satsang, who is this one? Because you see, this is how this voice works. It starts like this, I'm tired, and say I'm a little tired of satsang also. Then tomorrow it will say, oh, satsang stopped working for me. And if you buy all of this, then I don't see you maybe for a year or something. This guy, let's find out if it has any existence. This I, this me. Is it still shouting the mind? So for you, it's fighting on two fronts. It is saying I'm tired of satsang, and my body is also physically tired. For some, it's fighting on all fronts. It is saying my relationships are messed up. I have no money in the bank. My body is disintegrating. I don't know what's happening. Uh, it's playing all of this. You see, so don't expect that the mind will fight a fair battle, and it will only say, okay, now mental, then physical, then security, then relation. Not like this. It all comes. It cannot. It's still, you are the one with your belief. You give it power. It has no inherent power of its own. And I'm presuming that it's not fighting the other battles for you. It might be also, but because you don't bring those up, you bring these up. So I'm saying
those seem irrelevant compared to those I
this is
can see more. This is what I believe more.
you already see this. This is what I believe more. So now don't believe, and don't believe when it says, "Oh, easy for him to say don't believe." Don't believe that also. Pain is actually very simple. Pain is actually very simple. Either you're in pain, you see, when there is pain, then it's calling for your attention, and at best you can give it your attention. You see? But when there is too much, then you will not be conscious anyway. You are aware both of pain and pleasure. Pain is there now, right now in the body there is. Where?
It feels like everything's hurting.
Everything at the same time. Toes also hurting. Let's do a scan of the body. Do a scan of the body. Where is the pain really unbearable? Where is it?
Right now, I can't say any of it's unbearable. 'Cause when I sit in the satsang, it feels less intense. And I can say it's grabbing my attention, but it's not unbearable.
See, but the funny thing is that you say when I sit in satsang, it's less, and yet something says, no, I'm tired of satsang. I don't want satsang. So something there wants this pain. But that something is not you. And it derives its ability, whatever seeming ability it has, only from your belief that it could be you. What are you right now? Is it clear or unclear? No to the first part or the second part?
I can't say it's totally clear.
Okay, so let's look together. What do you see? And you can report. What do you see?
strong kind of sensations and something going on here.
Associations means what? What do you see?
Sensation, sorry.
Sensation. Okay. Sensations. And are there any thoughts which are commenting on those sensations also?
Yes.
And what are you? Are you close to this content, these appearances? Are you closer to the witnessing?
I can say I am, I don't know. It feels like I'm both, but I,
Where are you looking from? Are you looking from within the content?
yeah, it feels like I'm somewhere within it.
Yes. And who would see this? Don't make any visuals. Just see. So if there's something that sees that you are within it, are you that something which sees, or are you that which is within it? Don't go with any visualization. Just check. Wait for some content to come. Wait for the next thought, and you see. Are you looking at that thought? Or are you looking from within the thought itself?
I'm looking at the thought.
You're looking at the thought. So whatever the thought might be, can it really touch you from where you are looking now?
Mm.
Whatever it might be saying. So when it's shouting, I'm tired, it's making noise, is it touching the witnessing? Is it touching you? Anything? And you find the thought which can actually touch the witnessing. Invite it.
Yes. So suddenly it feels like, you know, uh, like the pain in the, it just became more intense.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
there is an
Because it,
attachment. This feels like it's, I feel more mixed in this than,
yes. But with thoughts, it's clear now, no? That no thought can actually touch you. Okay. Now do the same thing with pain. Look at the sensation of pain. Look at whether it is really touching the awareness. And all of us can look like this. Because I know that in most, at least when you're at my age, then most bodies there is some pain somewhere or the other. So you can find it when you look. You can see if it can really touch you. If any of you are experiencing some emotion, some pain, some thoughts, just check on whether all of this is just another appearance or is it touching awareness also. Which appearance can touch the awareness? Yes, yes, she's finding, but in the meanwhile you can ask.
Earlier, it used to be like this, that whenever master came in quantity, then there is something inside which used to invest all his energies to follow that point, to try to follow whatever master has said. But when you said, free from the idea of freedom, be free from the idea of freedom, then after that, some burning happened, and now I see that even though I hear you, I do not hear you. So it is from the mind's point of view. I can only say things from the mind's point of view. In beingness, there is no imagining, no such things. So I see that there is a passivity towards the guidance of masters. But and I see that the resistance towards the passivity is also from the ego or from the mind. I see this. But there is this comment that grabbed my attention is that I'm not showing enough
Fire or something.
respect
Respect.
to the sage or to the master who is showing me God or means. So I just wanted to bring of masters. Is it okay that where develops passivity towards the teachings itself? Is it alright?
So you have to just define this passivity, because you said that freedom from the idea of freedom, this caused some burning, and then it was seen that some passivity is coming. So can you connect these three things? How did it work?
Yes. I realized that freedom and bondage, all these are minds.
Yes.
These are concepts. And when one there is a stillness, then in these none of these exists. So whatever master is saying, master is only means the absolute is conveying through the vehicle that is prepared in the master's body or mind or whatever. So that is also not absolute. It is relative to the questioner.
Exactly.
And so it is not always required for me to go and run and follow every pointing at
Yes, yes. Yes, this is good. This is good. Because this is sign of maturity, you see. Because you say that sometimes otherwise you get lost in this thing that why yesterday he said, you know, that the truth cannot be found, and today he says the truth is found right now. You see? So like this, so there seems to be a dichotomy in what the master also says. So then this is a sign of maturity which says, yes, yes, this was meant for that questioner at that moment, whatever there was some resonance, just words. That's why I keep saying there's no truth in the words. It's just some thorns that you're using to remove what. This is good. So you don't have to, yes, you don't have to say, yes, yes, he said this, so I must chase it down or something. There's something which just automatically it ignites something and it will burn what it has to do on its own. Mhm. This is good because then we are getting the doer also out of the equation. The doer also out of the equation. And the presence itself is doing whatever it has to do. Yes, yeah. There's some fear the mind will try to put around this, which is saying, will you become too passive or something? You will not discover that you're becoming passive. You will discover that that which felt it was active or passive never existed.
Can I please say something?
Yes, my dear. You found the appearance which which could touch awareness.
It feels like there is some energy that doesn't want me to kind of recognize that this pain is not touching me, because as soon as like there feels some like space or detachment, like the pain in some part increases, and then like my attention goes there, and then this thought, oh, I have to do something about it. I have to find, like, I want to find relief, and then I'm totally involved. And
This energy, we know that it is there. It is called the ego. And different variants of the ego, which doesn't want you to discover that no appearance can actually touch you. But this energy has no tangible existence, you see. So let it jump around. If it feels like something is jumping around, it's okay. Even use that for your contemplation and say, this energy, is that energy also touching you? Everything derives its power only from you.
it feels like whatever's going has more. I don't feel this power. Like, feels like
Whatever feeling it might be, whatever feeling, is it touching awareness? So in the same way, like you looked at the thought, in the same way you can look at pain, you can look at these uncomfortable emotions or energies. What is touching the looking? And for many of you, maybe on YouTube and things, it might seem like this is getting boring or something like that. But I tell you, discover this. Discover that there is no appearance which can touch the pure seeing, the looking, the awareness that you are. Then you will lose this idea that something can happen to you or something is happening to you. Is this a smile of discovery or is your mind playing some jokes with you?
I don't know.
Who can show me the appearance which is touching the looking or the awareness? Which appearance can touch that which sees it? And if you are that which sees it, and if you are untouched by any appearance, then how can you ever say that something happened to me? Say with seriousness, how can you ever truly say that something happened to me? Is this clear for everyone? If it's not clear for anyone, I'm very happy to look at this together. Do you see that all which is appearing phenomenally is just an appearance, and you are that which sees this appearance? That which is the pure seeing itself, the awareness itself, is you. There is no way that any appearance can actually hurt you in reality. Come to this discovery. Don't go with something the mind is telling you. Check this. The mind is also just another appearance. So you can just watch that and see whether you as awareness are touched by any thought. Even if the mind is showing you some visuals, it's painting a picture of for you about the truth. Know that even that is seen, and it is not an image that you are. You see even this image. Look through all your problems, all your grievances, all the suffering, find that appearance which actually touched you. Find out where the body touches you. All appearances are appearing to you, and they are disappearing for you. That which is appearing and disappearing, you are the unchanged witness of that. Every cell of this body is different from the cell of the baby that was born. Everything in the external world is also changing. All the thoughts are coming and going. Emotional states also come and go. The states of waking, sleep, dream, other meditative states, they are also coming and going. How can you be just in the content of one of these states? This body is only here in this waking state. Who is the witness of the coming and going of all of these states? Are you also coming and going? Now, when you see that no appearance actually touches you, affects you, then it does not matter what the mind is speaking about any appearance. And the mind can only speak about phenomena. The non-phenomenal you it cannot know. Now you are discovering yourself to be this formless one. You can no longer call yourself or any form me or mine. So we start with this discovery that nothing has ever happened to me and nothing can ever happen to me. And then one day you might say that nothing has ever happened at all. Read through all the messages before we close today. Maybe I don't read it out loud, my throat is also a little bit. So let's remain in this beautiful silence as we close satsang today. Thank you all so very much for being in satsang. Satguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai.
Guru Sri Ananta.
Thank you, Amba, my dear. We can close the broadcast now.